Hi guys, Kirk and Jay here with Kirk Giordano Plastering. I'm going to show you guys this. The owner asked me a kind of odd question. He says, gee, all this concrete around here, we're planning on tearing it off so we could be below the grade here, because our screeds, generally these got to be 6 inches above grade. And I said, well, gee, you can do that. You're looking at probably $5 to tear it all off, or we could just put a few various screeds on here. I've done this many times. Anyway, I'll show you how I'm going to fix something like this. There's so many different ways to do this, guys, and so many people will say, gee, how can it be done? I'll show you an effective way that I use. Okay, right here we have a lip. That lip comes out 3/4 of an inch. And so what I did is I put a whole bunch of this polyurethane caulking on there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to counter that lip. So I'll take this Z flashing and I'll place it right there. Now I'm going to put, oh, I thought I was going to put a staple there. Now that I got that on there, I'm going to counter this flashing with another flashing. And this flashing here, all I did was take a piece of flashing that was an L flashing and I spun it around. You can do that. And the idea is we don't, when water comes here, we don't want it to come here. But first, I'm going to put some polyurethane caulking on this too. Then I'm going to counter it with this drip screed. Ah, bummer. Okay.
You said cut it.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know it was going to go that fast. Yeah. Okay. Are you ready?
3, 2.
Okay, guys. So we put another bead of caulking here. There's a lot of caulking, but that's how we do it. A bad area on this screed is we just flip it around because it's not going to show. So this one's going to go on top of here, and we're going to counter this one again. This goes here, like so, and here. Now I'm going to put one staple here, one staple here, here, here. Now this larger screed, this 6-incher, I'm sliding in here. This is a real heavy gauge. I want a heavier gauge because I've got to kind of pound it in. So once I'm right about there, I'll cut it where I need it, like about right here. And I'm going to counter this with a drip screed. You say, gee, how do you counter it and why? We tack this down a little bit. That's a very heavy gauge flash in here. Surprised my gun even goes through this one. Okay, now what we're going to do is, follow me here. The idea is this is really not going to show. The important thing is now this piece of flashing here is going to show. Now usually what we want is a 1/2 inch above the concrete. So I'm going to drop down here so I can get a pretty good bird's eye view, and we're still going to fix that corner there. Now this one here is going to be a 1/2 inch above here. When water goes in this channel, can it work its way up through that polyurethane? Possibly, but I doubt it. Now this one, according to code, I mean we're 1/2 inch now, 1/2 inch to 1 inch above here, and that's what we want. The metal shows right here, and of course I'll put another one to go to the end. Now that's considered okay. We could actually put more polyurethane caulking in there too, but this is what's necessary when you have your mud-sill and wood below the grade of concrete. A lot of ways to fix this stuff. This is just one of them. I've done it about 10 different other ways. Anyhow, guys, hope you learned something as far as don't tear all the concrete out, just improvise and use some metal channels and flashings. My name is Kirk. Jason on the camera as usual. And also, as usual, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one.